Welcome back to Inside the D9, the podcast powered by the D9 Network, where we explore the intersection of leadership, community, and entrepreneurship, inspired by the Divine Nine legacy.
Today, we're digging into a powerful article recently published on the D9 Network website titled Scaling with Purpose: How to Grow Your Business Without Losing Your Mission. This piece really hits on the core challenge facing purpose-driven entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. The introduction highlights a critical truth. For many entrepreneurs, growth isn't just about profits. It's about scaling while maintaining authenticity, uplifting the community, and honoring the original mission. But as businesses expand, adding systems, people, and markets, mission drift becomes a real risk. The easier it becomes to lose touch with that original why.
So the central question the article poses is, how do small business owners scale sustainably while keeping their values intact? And this is where the D9 model becomes the blueprint, right?
Precisely. The article points out that the D9 fraternities and sororities have long modeled what it means to grow with purpose. They began with clear missions, uplifting the community through service, education, and leadership, and have scaled that mission for over a century without losing authenticity. Their example teaches us that real growth doesn't abandon purpose, it amplifies it.
That is powerful. So how do entrepreneurs translate that century-old legacy into modern business strategy? The article lays out key steps. What's the foundational starting point?
The foundation is step 1. Revisit and redefine your mission before you scale. Before any expansion, you must ask, does our next step still reflect why we started? The article warns that growth which contradicts your purpose can damage your brand faster than stagnation. We see this in purpose-led companies like Partake Foods and Ben & Jerry's, which have scaled nationally while keeping their social missions central. When purpose drives growth, success becomes sustainable.
Sustainable growth requires structure. What about building the necessary systems?
That's step 2. Build systems that reflect your purpose. Growth absolutely requires structure, systems for marketing, operations, and finance, but these must reflect the mission. For instance, if community uplift is your core focus, you must build supplier diversity into your operations. This involves creating a culture-driven infrastructure where cultural values are embedded into onboarding, training, and daily decision-making. When your team shares the purpose, the company scales with integrity.
That makes sense. Systems are useless if they don't uphold the mission. And what's the D9 lesson we should remember when we start to gain visibility?
The article emphasizes step 4, which is prioritize community as you expand. This draws directly on the D9 lesson, service before status. D9 organizations teach that true influence comes from service, not visibility. Business owners must apply this by making community impact a growth metric, not just an afterthought. Even as a business grows globally, its local roots matter, so keep engaging with local customers and supporting neighborhood events.
It really boils down to leadership and integrity, the very traits that sustain ethical growth.
Absolutely. The D9 approach teaches accountability, unity, and collaboration instead of competition. The core lesson is that scaling with purpose means ensuring your growth creates opportunities for others. As the article beautifully concludes, when one thrives, the whole community rises.
A perfect closing thought. Scaling a business with purpose is about expanding your impact without compromising your integrity. That Divine Nine model reminds us that progress built on service, unity, and authenticity stands the test of time. Your mission, listeners, is your most valuable asset. Protect it as you grow.
And if you're ready to grow boldly, scale wisely, and lead with purpose without compromising your integrity, we invite you to join the community of purpose-driven professionals building impact with integrity.
Visit the D9 Network to become a member and start building your legacy. And remember the core belief that drives our mission: together, we are unstoppable.